Well, to me, now, since I've gotten my age, I can see the real importance that it did in my life. I didn't finish high school, but I ran into a lot of obstacles along the way, and especially the arithmetic and the reading. And this place is one of the places that were responsible for it. And I was held accountable along the way. And I really see the significance of it nowadays. Before I retired, I've been retired 15 years anyway. So I really see the importance of the classes that was taken, especially like I said, the reading and the arithmetic, because nowadays you have to read, and Lord bless, my mind was thick and had to read over and over, and she made sure that your reading was satisfied before she passed you on to the next grade. And same goes with the arithmetic and the math. When we had arithmetic, it wasn't math, 2 and 2, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, basic, But those are the things that helped me, especially down the stretch. I did a lot of construction work, and a lot of those things. You had to know numbers, had to read blueprints and stuff, and that really helped me along the way, yeah.
The Russell School was important to me because you had to have the basics. You have to have reading, writing, and arithmetic. And if you don't have that, you have a hard time in life. And so Russell School was where we started to learn our basics. And you really got to have that to have, to get along in life. Because if you don't have that, you're just lost. And I am glad that when I came to Russell School that I enjoyed Russell School and I enjoyed my teacher, and I'm glad that she started with the basics, which all teachers, have to start with the basics. You got to learn your ABCs, you got to learn how to count, you got to start from the bottom and go up. You can't start from the top and go down. Start from the bottom and go up. But you got to have your education. I remember one book that we had in the classroom, and the name of that book was Mac and Muff. It was a cat and a dog, and it was like the reading, like you see Mac run, see Muff run. I remember that.
It's current events. And back during that time, I can put pieces together now. It's when the World War II would begin to, and I had two brothers that be in the World War II. And that's the current event her brother mentioned each time we have this. Anyway, those are the things, one of the things that I remember about the current event she'd always mentioned about, and Ms. Rogers would always put a little emphasis on the current event, the things that happen in the read of, That's one of the reasons they was in the military. I was wanting to go because it was a big thing,
Then sometimes we would take field trips, and the field trips would be up through those woods. And anything that you saw of interest, now like fall of the year, we would go, as you can see the trees are turning now, we would try to see how many different colored leaves could we find and bring those leaves. That was our field trip. And we would come back and take our leaves and paste them on some paper, and we'd hang them along the wall until they would rot almost. We would gather moss and bring it back and put it in a box. And of course, sometimes if we saw a rock that looked different, that would be of interest. We'd bring that rock back, and all of that was kind of like our field trips, kind of like our science trip, but we weren't actually being taught science. We were just doing the field trips and whatever we saw different.
The older I get, the more I see the responsibility of the teachers, especially now they don't get compensated for what the responsibility they have. And I think about Miss Rogers, she was doing that work for about, let me see, it was from the first through the fourth grade, you know, and she took care of those. But now I think about it, she seemed to love it because it was no big deal for her. It seemed, you know, she did what she did and enjoyed it and made sure that we all did what we supposed to do. And I feel bad for the teachers nowadays, you know, what they have to go through to qualify themselves. That's they're qualified to do, you know. And Miss Rogers, how she did this. I don't remember ever seeing any substitutes during the whole time that I was going to school here. You know, she did it all. She did all the teaching the whole time I did. Y'all can remember, but I don't remember no substitutes, no. But I admire the teachers for what they have to go through.
And when our school day was over, the teacher would ring this bell. And of course, she would ring the bell when your lunch break was over, if you was outside.
Out of all of this, some of the neglect that I did, and I didn't finish high school, you mentioned just a while ago some of the things that carry on. That I thought to myself, I said, I'm not going to allow my children to do like I did. Both of my kids finished high school, they finished college, both of them got engineering degree, and I'm proud of them. And all because of Russell School was the foundation for it all. Thank you.